All right, so let's stay within the SEC. We have CB from Roll Bama Roll to talk about Alabama's absolutely monstrous signing class. Not a huge surprise, but how you feeling today, CB, when you look at the list of just blue chipper after blue chipper after blue chipper?
Well, it just seems kind of ho-hum to Nick Saban these days. Just another day at the office, I guess.
What are the names to you? Because there are so many names that jump off to either be an early impact guy or that you can't wait to watch 3 or 4 years of.
Yeah, well, I mean, I could take up your whole show talking about each and every one
Please
of them.
do not.
But I won't. Well, I think one of the top ones is wide receiver Calvin Ridley, who he's one of the top receivers in the nation.
Yep.
And with Bama losing Amari Cooper, Christian Jones, and DeAndre White, they're going to need somebody to step in and carry that load of the big play receiver. And I think if you saw him in the Under Armour game and some of these other camps around the summer, that he can step in and do that.
And it's one thing to.
And then,
oh, please.
Oh, I was going to mention also Damien Harris.
Yes.
Who a lot of people are saying is a Mark Ingram clone. He's tough round guy who can barrel up the middle, and a lot of people are excited about him. And he's also going to be filling in for T.J. Yeldon, who left. And Saban likes to carry a stable of running backs, so he looks like a guy who could get a lot of playing time as a freshman.
And it's one thing to build up a stable of 5 stars everywhere, but obviously different teams have different needs and different fits. When you look at this class, a class that focused on quarterback with the big signing of Blake Barnett, but also along the offensive line and at defensive back, a position group that Alabama hasn't, they've put a ton of guys into the NFL with, but they've struggled at times playing in the actual games with. What names do you feel like position group-wise that they really succeeded with?
Well, if you happen to catch the Sugar Bowl this year, you see that they have a little problem covering people.
Yes.
We have some problems in the secondary, and they picked up 2 very solid 5-star corners in Kendall Sheffield and Minka Fitzpatrick, who, by the way, his fax just went in about 5 minutes ago.
Oh, and there it is. There we go.
And also Deontay Thompson and Ronnie Harrison are 2 really big safeties. They're both, well, one of them 6'2" and the other 6'3". I can't remember which, but they're big guys who can hit a ton. And if you couple that with Marlon Humphrey and from last year and Tony Brown, I think the future's looking pretty bright at the secondary for Alabama.
All right, CB, thank you very much for your time. And I have a feeling that he and the rest of the Alabama Tide fan base, they're going to be sleeping pretty easy tonight.
I think the toughest card to put together today was Alabama. It's like, which of these 5 stars do we include on our screen?
This is true. This is true. So give me one. He mentioned Calvin Ridley. I know you're very high on him. What makes him so good and so special enough to come in and play right away? Calvin's
just a really natural pass catcher. Big hands, soft, easily receives the ball. You can see that he has good long speed, but he also has good acceleration, and it's an easy top speed. He's a true deep threat. We saw at the opening he made a great one-handed catch. We're seeing him down here.
Amazing size coming right into the SEC where he's going to have to be physical, and as you see here as a slot guy.
And he's very smooth. He'll remind you, some people think he's like Amari Cooper. I don't know if he's that shifty, but he's just very natural, smooth pass catcher, a guy who's a pretty solid route runner, but receiving the football, really good at it. One of the tops in the country. Didn't get to play his entire senior year because he ran up against the Florida 19-year, 9-month maximum age limit rule for high schoolers. But a really good player and somebody Alabama fans should be happy about. Daylon Charlotte as well, the receiver they have. Huge kid out of Louisiana. They beat LSU for him. Big pickup for Nick Saban and co. You lose 2 senior receivers plus Amari to the draft. You got to have some receivers.
You have to stock up, as you saw there. Great ball skills going up high. Seems to be as complete a receiver as there is in the country.